It's been about a week since the typhoon. The days after were surreal with how things just realigned with the old schedule. Yodkin was serious when he told Olivia to keep off that wrist. He effectively banned her from painting until it got better. Meanwhile, all week I've been doing our work as a group. It was exhausting. But today I'm pretty excited. For the first time, Olivia is actually joining me on the metro. We're headed for the city. It's going to be a bit of a trip. For the last several nights, Olivia has been using my inbox to store sketching ideas while her wrist heals. On Thursday, she even attempted sending a few left-handed sketches, but gave up after the third or fourth malformed rat. Then Liz sent a game-changing invitation through our group chat. Her uncle has some business in the city, and he told her she can go do something with the time since it's her car. So, she's invited the rest of us to join her for lunch at a fancy place. It's got us pretty thrilled. It's got me pretty thrilled. Olivia understood the order to stay off her hand, but that doesn't make her less manic about wanting to get back into painting. Why'd you agree if you don't want to go? Well, a trip to the city won't suck so bad if you're there. Even if I really, really want to start that painting. You're almost done healing. It won't be much longer, I know it. But Yodkin said you should at least wait for Monday. Yeah, that too. Besides, I don't want to be around Damien while he's... Ugh. Poor guy looked positively miserable when I'd picked Olivia up. He was pale and shaking, and the floor between his feet was left bubbling after a particularly powerful sneeze. Has it ever been that bad? It happens like once a year. It's one reason we don't share a room. One moment he's fine, the next he's inebriated. This car is weird. You ride this every day? Yep, this is even my seat. Right next to the folding accessibility seat? What, did you start accounting for me before we even met? Maybe I did. She mouths something and rolls her eyes, but there's a clear smile as she goes back to watching the passing buildings. Compared to a car ride together, this felt a little more intimate. Even if there are more people in close proximity, none of them paid us any mind. Just Olivia and I. Several stations later, the metro grinds to a halt at our stop. All right, you ready? Yeah. Olivia shoos my hand away when I go to help her out the metro. We step out into the chilled air of the city. I'm already getting goosebumps. That cold front is really making itself known. We should find Liz quickly, before Olivia starts shivering. Are you seeing a long, big green neck anywhere? None that I know of. Great. That sounds awesome. We looked around through the alleyway into the closest shops. Maybe she's in the bathroom? I'd wait around, but I don't want to make Olivia wait out in the cold. Did we go to the wrong stop? Just text her already. Crap, right, I'm dumb. What the hey, where'd you go? A moment later, her head ropes out the door of a nearby coffee shop, followed by the rest of her. Hey, Inko! Glad you guys can make it. Yeah, just got confused. Didn't know you'd be in the cafe there. Really? I've been in there the whole time. I messaged Damien I went in to escape the cold, and I... Where's Damien? Oh, man, he got nasty sick right before we left. He couldn't make it. But... Is he fine? He'll be fine, I think. Okay. Alright. Well, that just throws a wrench into all my plans now, doesn't it? We can still have fun without him, right? Yeah, I know. It was just, well, I was hoping between the four of us, it'd be like a double date. Huh? Yeah, Damien and me, you and Inko, all together for a fancy lunch. Liz, Olivia and I aren't... Oh. Oh! I'm sorry, I just assumed. Boy, this is embarrassing. Whole day seems like everything's going wrong for me. It's fine. Yeah, well, we can still have a good time. I'm still having lunch with friends. I'm sure you guys will love it too. Come on. Liz leads us through the streets, pointing out our destination when it comes into view through the towering skyscrapers. The building is more akin to an arrow spike aimed skyward, with a large, disc-like room built near the tip. Hey, that sounds a lot like the Space Needle in Seattle. And you see that space near the top? It's the restaurant. They built it in a way that the whole thing slowly rotates, so your view changes while you eat. You can see the whole city, the ocean, even the mountains. Whoa. I've gone here with my parents all the time as a kid, and I always daydreamed about bringing friends and important guests there and, well, you know, business type stuff. This will be my first time on my own. Well, you know. Yeah. You'll see, there's even a... Whoop, hold it. We lost Olivia. We turn around to check on our errant gator friend, who's a bit farther behind and grimacing. She comes slowly rolling in, fighting to hide the slight winces every time she pushes herself. Oh, sorry. It's fine. You sure you don't want help? I can manage on my own. Please. Alright, you want to lead the way? Alright. It's that Space Needle looking place, right? Hey! She rolls ahead. Liz and I follow behind, continuing our conversation. The restaurant is an impressive spire, with the actual seating area 30 floors or so up. After Liz verifies her reservation, we're led into a special elevator with a glass front. After a minute or so of rising above the city, we stop and the doors slide open to reveal the restaurant. It's a circular room, with the seating by the windows and an inner ring for bars, and the kitchen making up the center. Definitely a carefully crafted place. I wonder if it'd be the kind of place my parents would bring me to. A waitress greets us and leads us to a table by the windows. One of the seats closest to the window is moved so Olivia's wheelchair can fit by the table. She approaches the space and stops. She's looking down, out the window. Can we switch seats? Afraid of heights? Shut. I love just shut. Not shut up, just shut. Alright. I oblige, shifting the seat over so she sits instead by the aisle. Quite a view, huh? I can see why it'd make you squeamish, Olivia. Heights also scare the living daylights out of me. What? Hold on, I gotta break for a second. What? You're telling me the person with like a 20-foot long neck, 20-plus foot long neck? What? Are you afraid of heights, Liz? Well, yeah, isn't everyone? What? That doesn't make any goddamn sense, Liz. Your head hangs 3 stories above your shoulders and heights scare you? Look, acrophobia is the irrational fear of heights, okay? So of course it doesn't make sense, but still. You know what, Liz, that's a fair point. That, whatever. Heights suck, we agree on that at least. So, what do you think? It's very nice. I can see why you wanted to come here. Liz nods. My family usually comes here once a year. Uncle Ferris has to remember to bring along a letter from the owner saying he's fine to let in, that he won't bring the whole tower down. What the hell is bisque? Olivia's looking into the menus. Right, we're here to eat. Lobster bisque? It's lobster tail in a creamy kind of soup. Then why not call it lobster soup? Bisque is a stupid word. I look down at the menu myself. There's all your standard options between pastas, sandwiches, cuts of meat. Some weird novelty things, but I actually like trying those. I guess I'll have... Oh yeah! Double tropical cheeseburger with the pineapple sauce. Chicken pizza, the chicken is the crust. Entire leg of cow, carnivore section. Same's with Olivia? That's a contender right there. Vol Caldera kebab. The wooden steak is even carved to look like the restaurant. Depending on what end you're eating from, that could be difficult. I want to go with the leg of cow. Me, the person would also go for the entire leg of cow just to see if they really would give me an entire leg. Besides, whatever I don't need, I can toss to Olivia. You sure? With onion rings. If you want it, I'm buying. They serve breakfast all day too. I'm going with their pancake platter. Liz waves the waitress over and we give our orders. Nostalgia pick? You got me. It takes me way back. She stares out the window. I look out at the horizon as well. The view is shifted a bit to show the mountains. We all look out for a long while. Maybe a little too long. Ordinarily, this would be around the time Damien would say something that kept the conversation going. Oh, right. He is usually the one bringing us all together. Yeah, it's strange to think about, but Liz and Olivia aren't really more than acquaintances. But during lunch, it's Damien that always makes sure everyone else is included in the conversation. Nothing comes to mind. I don't think I'd make a good Damien. One moment, please. I ring up Damien in the hallway. He's sick, yes, but hopefully he'll have something for me to use. If he picks up. Please? Hello? Vinny, I want to talk to Damien. Nah, he's out right now. Mom's with him in the backyard. He's puking his guts out into a bucket. Why? Pest control guys buy it from us for $50. Gross. What did you want him for? I can tell him when he comes back in. Oh, why not? I wanted to know how he always keeps our friend group so lively. Like, I was considering small talk, just bringing up movies or something. Ew, no, movies suck. Nobody actually likes them. What? I'm playing Fortnite. I'll turn it down so you can hear me. I heard what you said. It was just dumb. Inko, do not get into a fight with the child. Was it? Yeah. There's a pause for a moment. Movies always sucked. Like, they started in black and white, and without sound, they never really got better. Even when they peaked in the 70s, they only barely became watchable. Have you ever even watched The Godfather? Dad made me watch that stuff, and it just sucked. No, you probably just don't get it. Dad explained the whole point to me, ins and outs, and it really was just mid-trash. That movie won awards. You can't just call it trash. Yeah, I can. Movies are just a trash genre of content. Even the best ones are usually just polished turds that waste your time. Okay then, what's a good movie? Ever heard of Mr. Beast? How about Storytime animations? Oh, you got to be kidding me. I think, me the real person, I think I developed an ulcer right then. I'm not. Any popular content on Usnood provides more value for your time than the classics that you old people fawn over, and it still sucks. Those aren't even movies. They move, and I watch them. It's purple, and I drink it. Fair enough. Not my point, you troglodyte. As if you could ever even think of comparing that slop to the likes of Star Wars, The Godfather, Blade Runner 2049. Movies are one massive pile of doo-doo fart, but even it can sometimes make something mediocre. These are billion-dollar franchises. Millions of people would disagree with this deranged nonsense. Doo-doo fart. Oh my... You little... Listen here, you little chump. Next time I see you, I'm gonna wring your little neck like a wash rag. What? Who is this? Shit. Calm down, calm down. Kill him later. Maybe even with Damien's help. Nuts, I didn't get the advice. I sulked back to my seat and slumped down, catching my breath. Well, you alright? Your eye is twitching. I don't think I've ever been more angry in my life. What happened? I don't want to talk about it. I rubbed the tension from my face. Fine, I could be a good Damien all by myself. So, Liz? Yeah? You mentioned when we first met you wanted to be an art dealer, getting the right people the right paintings, right? How's that going? Oh, yeah, it's going great. I just got accepted to Marshland U, actually. Oh, snap. Yeah, I finally got everything all worked out for myself. I'm going to hit the ground running once I graduate. That's pretty cool. I'm still figuring things out. You too, right, Olivia? I only got short-term goals right now, but I'm interested in what Liz was talking about. Right, I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem for Olivia to replace the stolen painting, but what was annoying was having to contract the Treasury and administration about the broken cabinet. I mean, what even happened? Whoever did it, I wish they could have dealt with Miss Scalar's neurotic tantrum the way I did. We're still finding glass shards all over the floor, and I get screamed at as if I'm the one responsible for it. Scalar needs to put the coffee mug down sometimes. Jeez. It's not a problem anymore. We already ordered a new display. It should be installed next month. Oh, I got off track. What were we talking about again? The art dealing thing? I'm actually interested. Oh, well, the plan is to be able to open my own business. I'll start online and work my way up to having a physical location. Uncle Ferris told me he's willing to help me figure out the legal part. I've already gotten a few connections, some people that might be interested in being involved that run some pretty decent prices. For me, I mean. And I'll be selling my own works too. I've gotten even better at painting since the start of the year. Have you noticed? I think you have, yeah. Although, since I'm no artist, I'll admit some of the details are probably lost on me. Liz nods. Maybe I'll buy one sometime. You'll give me a discount, right? Maybe. Olivia, have you painted anything good recently? No. Oh, sorry. It's fine. Well, I got one I really want to be doing. Why don't you? Because I got dragged here instead. Dang it, Olivia. I mean, not that I'm mad. Liz looks like she wants to say something. The thought dies on her tongue. Yeah. The conversation and the tension, thankfully, gets interrupted as our food arrives. The social media influencer in me itches to take a photo of each plate, especially with how good the presentation is. Dang, I should have brought my camera along with me. Wait, I have my phone. Say, Olivia. I turn just in time to see her clamp her jaw on a hunk of meat, tearing it right off the bone. Huh? Never mind. How's it taste? She takes a moment to chew her food before sending it down the hatch, then smiling if she gives me a greasy thumbs up. Liz chuckles from Olivia's good review as she lowers her head to get the first bite of her pancakes. Given that her neck is making movements equivalent to doing the happy dance, I'm guessing that the pancakes are good here. My view had changed again, and now having noticed it, I could almost feel the slow rotation of the room. I savor my onion rings while watching Vol Caldera Bluffs pan right by us, taking in the amazing view. My thoughts reach out for my camera, already calculating the restaurant's rotation with the proper settings to capture the full 360 panorama I could achieve. And a separate section of my mind recalls the other panoramic of the city I saw. The one that is now nothing more but shredded debris. Say, Liz? The Brachiosaurus takes a moment to respond as she attempts to cram her snout into her glass of water. Stupid glass, no straw. Yeah? So you mentioned all about wanting to be an art dealer and be a part of that system. I guess it could be cool if we worked together. Come again? I don't know, just seems like a decent idea. No, I get you. Now it's Liz's turn to pause from her food, sit upright, and carefully tap the napkin on her closed lips. Maybe, but I don't think you'd want that, honestly. No, that'd be cool. I'd like that. Oh. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Not sure? Yeah, I'm trying to get this whole thing off the ground on my own. Without others' help, right? Like how you feel about your art stuff. That's different. The point is, it's important to me that my art is as self-sustaining as possible. But you just said you had connections, and your uncle... Yeah, family and such, not, Olivia raises that iconic eyebrow. Friends? Or is it just me? Olivia, don't even start to make a scene. I have to do something. Olivia, Liz, come on, guys. Can we just finish our lunch first? How am I making a scene, Liz? I'm just curious about your life for once. Well, not like this, then. I'd rather you go back to giving me the silent treatment. Oh, no. Oh, no. What have I done? What's your deal? Damien and Inga want us to be friends. Here I am actually trying, and what am I, not worthy enough for your stuck-up... Ugh. You didn't want my friendship before, or Damien's, for years. It just sounds a bit like you just want to be friends now because you can get something out of it. I want to be friends, just not like that. I thought things would finally start getting good. Olivia, there's lots of people less fortunate than you. You have the support of your friends, all the offers. You can't blame me if you just ignore both. Liz, Let me finish, please. I'm not mad. I envy you, I admit it. Anyone would, effortlessly getting that attention and help. I hate it. I know, and I know it's wrong, but that's what I've been thinking for a while. I see all these things you have available to you all these years, and you just take them for granted. I just think it's a wasteful way to live. Look, sorry. I appreciate you guys. After telling to my face how you would rather be elsewhere and not here while eating at my expense? You know what, Olivia? This is the most nice I can do for you at the moment, because you really don't deserve anything else. Liz! Liz claps a hand over her mouth. Olivia doesn't respond. She looks down at her plate. I'm going to use the bathroom. She pushes herself away from the table and through the aisle. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't mean to snap. It's alright. Once Olivia gets back, you can apologize. No, I don't think I can. After everything, I think I deserve that much. Good God. The brief was to just get these two talking and have a good time, and it's like a grenade was thrown onto the table. Wow, I'm a terrible fucking Damien, let me tell you. Liz? Yeah? Why didn't it work? Why didn't what work? I know you two aren't on the greatest terms, so I tried to keep the conversation going. So it wouldn't get awkward and nobody would get left out, like Damien does. I feel like this was somehow my fault. But how? I did everything I was supposed to do. I don't think you did anything wrong. Why does this never happen around Damien? Good question. I don't know. Liz picks at her plate, popping the yolk on her over-easy egg. She's probably not in the mood if I push any further, and said anything I want to say right now. Olivia wouldn't like me prodding right now either. There's no options. I try to think of something to do, but nothing. I can't think of doing anything at all. Not without making someone uncomfortable, or worse, getting them mad at me. And I've never even anticipated something like this happening. It's frustrating. I can't do anything, but I can't do nothing, obviously. Not if I want to smooth things over. Right now, Olivia's in the bathroom. She's actually just fooling around the hallway, but the point is, the two are separated. I can work something out. Should I keep trying then? I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I think I'd rather you didn't. You know what? We're gonna leave Liz, and just let her be for a second. Let's go find Olivia. A heavy breath escapes me as I stand from my chair. If you'll excuse me, Liz. Her head tilts comically further than needed in question. Just want to check on Olivia. Oh. She waves me off as I turn away. Making my way through the restaurant, a part of me marvels at how I don't even feel the room spin. Kinda makes me dizzy, honestly. But it's just mental busy work to distract myself. After all, I've no idea what I'm going to say to Olivia. Hey. Should I ask her how she is? Inko? Well, I'm on the spot now. Hey, just came to see what you were doing. I thought I had more time to think about things, but instead of being by the restrooms, Olivia was... Why are you here by the bar? I wanted to see if they'd give me a mimosa. What? Mimosa. You know, like OJ and champagne. Olivia, you can't drink. Says you. She takes a long sip from a glass flute filled with orange juice. I make to slap it out of her hand, but her tail stops me. I'm joking. Jeez. It's like you, Inko. A virgin. She grins at my scowl and continues sipping on her drink. Want some? She holds out the glass to me with that smug smile of hers. Taking the flute, I can clearly see where her lips had touched it. Olivia looks to be leaning forward as I stare at the glass. Ignoring the heat of my cheeks, I tip the glass above me, carefully pouring some of the liquid into my mouth. Oh. This is just juice and ginger ale, Olivia. Back the glass. For a split second, I thought I saw some disappointment in her eyes. Yeah, dude. She watches anime. She was going for the indirect kiss, my brother. Maybe I'm just seeing things now. With a shake of my head, I refocus. I came to check on Olivia and fix things between her and Liz. You okay, Olivia? Yeah, totally. Why wouldn't I be? Her eyes are wide open and yet not looking my way. Well, because of what Liz said. Oh. She sags in her chair. Olivia? Oh, yeah, that was... Her finger circles the lip of her glass as she thinks. I'm not hurt, just frustrated. She looks at her glass one final time, then downs the last quarter of it in a single swallow. Afterwards, Olivia sits it on the bar, on top of a couple crumpled dollar bills. I mean, Liz doesn't get it, Inko. Maybe if she walked a mile in my shoes, she would, but... I hate seeing you guys go at it like that. Yeah. Maybe it's been a long time coming for me, but who cares? A long time coming? I know she's been a bit frustrated for a while. Probably been holding that in. Doesn't mean I want to hear it, though. All the time I've known her, she's just been so far ahead of me. You heard her yap about how her art's getting better, how many connections she has, and how it'll get her $1 billion or whatever. I'm the better artist, but I don't even know how to start getting my crap together like that. I look at that chasm between us and it fills me with dread. It's just jealousy. I know it. It's just been getting worse every time she mentions getting further in life, while I can't even convince myself to try. It's different actually getting her upset at me, over this specifically. I just mentioned being someone she'd consider a real acquaintance, and she blows up like that. You want to talk it out? No. You sure? Is that what you wanted to see me about? Partially. The other part is that I'm a bit confused. I wasn't expecting things to go the way they did. So I came to see you, to ask for help to make this right. Uh-huh. Well, I'm not apologizing if that's what you mean. Alright, now see, this is a tricky one. Because they're both kind of the same, but... This one is kind of like pleading, like, come on, I can't do it. This one's like, hey, alright, so how do you figure things out? No, that's not it. Rubbing my scalp to help my thoughts flow, I just let my words come out unfiltered. I'm serious here, Olivia. I need some help. I have her full attention now, and my words just keep coming. I feel like I did everything right, but it went wrong. You and Liz got into an argument, and though it wasn't heated, you got hurt. That scares me. For a brief moment, Olivia's gray eyes widen in surprise. I have a few ideas on what to do, but nothing that won't make someone upset. Or worse, get them mad at me. Why do you care about our opinions so much? Because you're my friends? I want us all to get along and enjoy the lunch we got invited to. But I don't know how to fix it. The only things I can think of will probably just make you guys upset with me. So that's why I'm asking you. Me? You're, self-reliant. You're strong in your stance to never accept help on account of your condition. For the longest time, that confused me. Well, it still does, but you do it. It confuses you? Well, it's like others are willing to give, and giving feels good. So when you deny it, it's like telling them those thoughts don't matter. One way to put it. That's the part I don't get. Even though everyone stands to gain something, for the sake of your goals, you don't accept. You take the hard road. Saying it out loud, I like it. I'm willing to give it a shot, but I don't know how. What do you do when there's no good option? Wow. Well, thanks. I guess I'll put it this way. It'd make an alcoholic happy to give him alcohol, even though it hurts him. But sending him to rehab, that's painful. It's not a happy journey to make. But it's good for him. Absolutely. That's my point. Don't worry about making others comfortable and happy if something needs getting done. In my case, that means ignoring the help because my own goals need to be done. If it makes someone uncomfortable, then it's their problem, not mine. When something needs doing, you just gotta do it. And when no option seems like it'll make people happy, well, you do what you can. That makes sense. I'm making this up as I go along. I think so, yeah. If it's the right thing, you'll get the support you need. After all, I got you. And even if you don't, standing alone for your standards is cool. You'd be trying, and that's what matters. Yeah. Thanks, Olivia. Hey, you're welcome. Saying all that out loud is helping me understand a few things too. You ready to head back? I have an idea how to smooth everything over. Sure. I'm curious what you have in mind, even if you think I won't like it. I start heading back to the table. Olivia follows close behind me. Hey, you guys are back. Everything good? All cooled off? Yeah, everything's great. I want to give my 2 cents. Try to resolve everything. Let's see here. I can't decide who's right. You're my friends? No. Liz is right. Olivia needs to think of the others more. True, but no. Olivia is right. Liz is being petty. True, but no. Both of you are wrong. Yes. They are both wrong and right to a degree, but more wrong than right. I take a deep breath. I don't really want to have to do this. Olivia watches carefully. She talked me through this. I can do it. She won't stop being my friend over this. Get over yourself, Inko. Just say what needs to be said. I think you're both acting silly. Really? Both of us? I didn't know that trying to help you guys conversing would make these sour feelings come up. And that was my mistake. My bad. But it's just ridiculous. Liz, I get Olivia was a shut-in and didn't open up to you back then, but that's clearly not the case anymore, is it? That was a question. I like the energy here. I like upfront, kind of in your face Inko, dude. No, I guess not. Then what use is holding a grudge? Accomplishing your goals on your own is fine. That's your prerogative. But when you say Olivia is just treating you differently because she has something to gain, you know that's not right. And Olivia, I hate to say this, but you have been pretty thoughtless here as well. Liz is trying to do something nice for us, and hey, we all get to have a nice dinner in this crazy place. But when you say you'd rather be home, painting, it's not just insulting Liz. It tells me you'd rather not be here with me as well. I love how much you've opened up to us, Olivia. What seems to me is that both of you just refuse to see eye to eye. Too much pride going on. The sooner we stop trying to get the other to act the way we think they should, the better. And I thank you for your advice. I hope you won't be mad at me for saying this. Just please, be a little more considerate. And that's it. Again, sorry if I went too far. You're right. That's a little eloquent for such a little argument. Well, it was bothering me. And it would have turned into something more given time. All right, That's fair. I appreciate the effort. That's what you had in mind when you asked for advice? Yeah. I figured it'd be something a lot worse. Like the roast of the century you've been holding in against us. But if that's it, that's also decent. You're usually pretty thoughtful, so I guess I can see how that was a lot for you. We're nearly adults. That's not going to bother us. At least it shouldn't. So, are you good? Yeah. Thanks, Inko. Thanks. That went much better than expected. After things settled down, we finished off our meals. Well, Olivia finished our meals. Liz had noticed it first when one of her whole pancakes simply vanished. And I thought my onion ring pile was looking smaller by the minute. Looking Olivia's way, she simply waved at us with the most bizarre concoction of onion rings, flapjacks, syrup, and beef on her plate. What? I'll make you guys better food than this later. The theft of our food stopped shortly after that, and though the portions had diminished, we all were thoroughly satisfied with the meal. I offered to pay, or at least pitch in with a check, but Liz refused. She insisted since it was her idea to begin with. But I had always figured it was the man's place to pay for a date, and this was a date, kinda. Neither of our hands lifted from the tiny leather booklet. And I don't know how long we spent playing tug-of-war over it. Olivia at least found it amusing, even recording her stare down on her phone. But victory was mine as I managed to palm my debit card to the waitress before Liz could give her back the bill booklet. With that done, all that was left for us here was making the most of the view. Olivia led the way to the observation deck on the floor beneath the restaurant, and she immediately regretted it, as the blast of cold air even had me shiver a bit. The altitude, plus the late fall weather, meant the deck was mostly clear of guests. But the view was easily worth the cold, as I made a mental note to come back here one day with my DSLR. We slowly moved to the railing so we can fully take in the skyline, from the bluffs and out towards the ocean, along with the city's skyscrapers that were dwarfed by the spire. And as I scan over it, I double down on the mental note, because seeing Olivia silhouetted by this beautiful view is... I don't get how you two can stand this temperature. Liz doesn't look that cold. All she's doing is rubbing her arms in a theatrical manner. I'm gonna be by the elevator, guys, okay? Her head moves next to Olivia, and there's hushed whispers shared between them. Finally, Liz's body turns and leaves, her head following shortly after with a beaming smile. Olivia? Don't ask. Her eyes remain on the horizon. Maybe it is a little colder, though, as Olivia's face is slowly turning red. Something up? Well... Her eyes trail down and her hands raise up until she's carefully examining her wrists. I watch as she carefully tests her hands, wincing occasionally as she slowly flexes and rotates her hands. About the painting. Not until you're better. I know. I've been thinking about it. I'm going to be way out of practice when I'm all better. So you're going to practice? She smiles as she turns to me, probably excited about the prospect of starting work on that soon. Yes, I have the mental image for it in my mind and everything. Her smile lessens, though, and her tone becomes uneasy. I just want to make it perfect. I have the mental image, but I won't have the skill. Plus, between the carpal tunnel and rushing all those pieces for Mia, I think I understand what she's getting at, but her smile is back again. Once I can paint again, I need time for practice. I want to show Mr. Yodigan the greatest piece I can create. Do you need anything? My words cut my thoughts off. No, I have all the paint and... No, I mean, do you need any help with your practice? Her face glows red again. Maybe? Well, I don't know how much help I can be, what with my complete lack of painting talent. But otherwise, yeah, I'll do whatever I can for you, Olivia. I promise. I cement it with a smile and a thumbs up. Thanks. I think we only stood out on the viewing deck for a few more minutes. After a particularly cold draft had swept over us, Olivia figured she'd had enough of the chilly air here. We made our way back inside to the elevator station where Liz was standing idly. She and Olivia looked at each other for a moment. The two held their stare locked in on each other for about half a minute before Olivia looked to the side. So, what else is there to do here? A lot, evidently. Once we'd gotten back to terra firma, Liz had taken it upon herself to walk us around the entire block. The whole area was like a miniature theme park, with a lot of street vendors selling tourist trap gifts. We spent the rest of the day just wandering the city park here, enjoying the late fall day the best we could. Eventually, as the sun sunk below the horizon, Mr. Ferris found us. I'd forgotten that we'd come here in the first place because of a business meeting of his. Liz and him waved us goodbye as they broke away and headed for the parking lot, while I pushed a very tired Gator Girl to the metro station. I don't think she minded much, honestly, as she clutched her tail to her chest and used it as a makeshift pillow. She looked so sweet like that. As a perfect background for my phone. She must never learn of this, though, because I don't think I'd survive. But it'd be worth it. Yeah, that's usually how that goes.